You're tired of making cannons that look like this, and you want to make cannons that look like this, but you have no idea how to. Don't worry, I got you. But first, I have to announce the brand new faction season is actually releasing on Complex at the day of this video releasing. So Saturday, September 28th at 5 p.m. Eastern, the brand new season is releasing. Hxroic.mc-complex.com is the IP. It is factions of 1.18 versions and above. It is actually season 30 of factions on the network. And we're also going to be doing a top rank giveaway. If you guys want to go ahead and enter, like the video, comment down below your IGN, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and show you guys how to make some freaking cannons. Alrighty, boys. So first things first, you're going to want to go ahead and join my community Discord. The link will be down below in the description. Almost at 1,000 members, by the way. But if we go ahead and check it out, this is the welcome screen. If we go ahead and go all the way down to heroic mods, I have got everything that you guys need. And after this video, I'm actually going to upload the 1.20.1 mods as well. But now if you play on 1.18.2 on Alpine client, you're going to want to go ahead and download these two mods right here, Maliblib Fabric as well as Litematica Fabric. And obviously printer is not allowed, so you don't need this mod. And as a matter of fact, I just went ahead and added all the 1.20.1 mods I use as well. So we have health indicators. If you guys see in my videos, if I'm PvPing, like hearts pop up above their heads, lets you know how much health the enemy has. I see lava is essentially just like a texture pack, and you see directly through lava, it becomes completely clear. And then 1.20.1 Litematica Fabric as well as Maliblib Fabric. So it just depends, whatever version you guys play on, 1.18.2 or 1.20.1, that is the one that you want to go ahead and download. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the best of my ability without doxing myself, but go ahead and open up this little file down here, the roaming thing, and type in the search bar %appdata%. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, .alpine client. Go ahead and double click, open up that, open up the Minecraft tab, and here we are. Okay, so what we want to go ahead and do is actually put your mods that you just downloaded into the mods-fabric folder. So for example, I've played on 1.18.2 and 1.20.1. So if I go ahead and open them up, you guys can see the mods are right in there. And these are actually the mods that come alongside Alpine clients. So you want to go ahead and drag them off your desktop, put them in the folder, and close out of it. And that's how you do that. And that is how you install the mods. Now, something to also go ahead and note for later on into the video, as you guys can see, the schematics folder, when you go ahead and download a schematic, you want to do the exact same thing. Just go ahead and drag and drop the downloaded schematic into the schematics folder. You guys can see these are all my schematics right here as well. I also have like folders full of schematics. So that is actually how you get schematics onto your Alpine client and actually in game, so you can visually see them. All right, now that you have everything downloaded, to go ahead and double check you have everything downloaded correctly, just go ahead and hit escape and then click on mods right here, and you're gonna go ahead and see all the mods that you currently have downloaded. But now specifically what we want to go ahead and check out is the Litematica mod. And if we click on the configure up right here in the top right, you guys can see a whole bunch of information, generic info, overlays, visuals, colors, hotkeys, and render layers. And I'm going to show you guys all that you need to know. So first things first, you need to go ahead and know your hotkeys, and I'll give you guys like the most important ones, but the biggest one is right here, open GUI main menu. So right now mine sent to menu, it's like on the bottom right of my keyboard. I just know it by memory, but I believe the automatic like manual one that's set when you download like Litematica is maybe M, but that's my sprint key, so obviously I can't have like that. So this one right here is a massive keybind to know, and essentially everything works around that. So now if I go ahead and click that button, this is what pops up. And if we go ahead and hit configuration menu, we actually go back to that screen. But now if we go ahead and click load schematics, this is obviously our schematic folder that I was showing you guys earlier, where you just drag and drop your schematics into that folder, and now all of them actually pop up in game. Loaded schematics, that's schematics obviously that you currently have loaded, and then schematic placements, currently placed schematics, and you can go ahead and like configure them, move them back and forth, flip them, rotate them, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Let's actually go ahead and pull out a random cannon. Okay, let's load coolies 0.7384. So as you guys can see, the schematic spawned exactly where I'm at, but I'm actually going to go ahead and teach you guys how to be the most efficient when cannon building, because building this all at once, it kind of gets tedious. Like for example, if you're trying to place blocks but you can't see because like you're inside blocks, it just becomes a massive pain in the butt. So what we actually want to go ahead and do is go back into that menu, configuration menu, and go to render layers, and you can actually switch it. So for example, if we click it one at a time, we are now in single layer mode. So if we go all the way down to the bottom level, there we go. So now what we'll do is go ahead and place all the obsidian, and then go up a layer. Go ahead and go back into it, click the plus button, go ahead and place all the blue concrete, go back into it, click the plus button again onto the next layer. And now there's actually a way to go ahead and speed that up. So instead of going every single time back in your configuration menu, there's a hotkey for, if we go ahead and check it out, layer next and layer previous. So I have mine on right bracket and then left bracket, which set it to whatever you guys want. So for example, if I hit right bracket, we go up a layer. If I continue to hit it, it goes up and up and up and up. So that way I don't have to continue to open up the menu, go back into it, then go to render layers, then click down or up. I can do it all very quickly. And I can also go down layers as well. Now, if we go ahead and turn it back on to all. There's also another important keybind that I want to go ahead and show you guys, and it's basically schematic verifying to go ahead and make sure you guys don't have any misplaced blocks inside your entire cannon, because one misplaced block has the ability to blow up your entire cannon, which is just, it's a no-go. Okay, so if we go ahead and go back into configuration menu, hotkeys, and we scroll down a little bit, render overlay through blocks. So if I go ahead and actually hold the button X, you guys can see it actually glows, and it glows blue for missing blocks. Now if I had the entire cannon placed in, you'd obviously see the normal blocks, and then you'd see a glowing blue little block through the other actually placed blocks, if you're following me here, and it would let you know that you have not actually placed a block there, which it's actually super useful in the long run. It has saved, I don't even know how many cannons over the maps I've played. And then something to note as well is if it shows up red, it means it's a completely wrong block, and if it shows up like pink or purple, that means you just shouldn't have a block there. Like there's nothing there, it should be air, and you have something there. And then if it pops up as orange, it means something is in the wrong state. So for example, this repeater is supposed to be on the second tick, and if you didn't tick it at all, this repeater would pop up orange. So now if we want to actually go ahead and manipulate this schematic, because if we go ahead and find the barrel, this right here is where the barrel is, which means we'll be floating north and shooting west. Well, what if the base is that way? So what we can actually go ahead and do is click on that button again, go into schematic placements, and this right here, if it shows up green, that is the schematic we currently have loaded, and we can actually configure this as well. So we can completely rotate it completely the other direction. So now our barrel, we're floating that way and shooting east, which is what we needed. We can go ahead and go up a bunch of blocks, and then we can also go ahead and move the X coordinate back and forth, Z coordinate back and forth as well, to get it specifically in exactly how we want it. Now that is pretty much the entire Litematica tutorial, everything that you guys need to know. Obviously it's going to take some time if you guys are just now downloading it for the very first time. Go ahead and mess around with it and go ahead and set it up to however you guys would like.